So in the last lecture we've added this footer text and it's escaped and sanitized and everything, but we actually need to allow some HTML like A tags to pass the sanitization. So instead of adding a sanitize text field function here, let's create our own function that will allow that. So let's add a name here that we would create in a moment. So theme name and sanitize site info. And let's create this function here. And this function receives the value of the setting. Let's call it input. So remember one of the early lectures about validation and sanitization, we mentioned a function called WP kisses. And this function takes a string input and an array of allowed HTML. And what it does is that it removes any HTML except for the allowed ones. So let's create a variable called allowed. And this should be an array. And the keys for this array should be the allowed tags, so in our case the A tag. And the value is also an array of allowed attributes. So we want to allow the href attribute, and we don't need a specific value, so we can add an empty array. We also would like to allow the title. And then we'll return the input. However, we'll pass it first through the WP kisses function. So it takes the input and then the allowed tags. But we're actually escaping all HTML in the info.php template. So even if we manage to successfully save the A tags in the database, it will be escaped here. So we need to do the same thing here. So let's actually copy this and paste it here, and instead of echo escape HTML, we'll do the same thing with echo WP and the site info and the allowed tags. So let's see how that will look like now. So let's refresh. And footer options, and let's add an A tag, then href. And great, as you can see, it's now a link. So let's now add another tag like a script tag. And alert. So I know this refreshing the iframe is annoying, but don't worry, we'll tackle this in probably the next lecture. So as you can see, the script tag is stripped here and it's only represented as text. So let's publish and make sure it's saved properly to the database. And as you can see, the script tag is removed and the A tag is still there. And just to make sure, if we add any attribute here other than the href and the title, and let's inspect, sorry. And as you can see, we only have the href. So let's add the title and inspect, and here we have it. So the WP kisses function is very beneficial in these kind of situations. So I think that's it for this field, except for the annoying refreshing the whole iframe thing. So let's tackle this in the next lecture.